Hello my profane friends, here we are with a few Masonic aprons, and as you can notice there's a different wank on each and every one of them. Each one of these is a different wank to the system of Freemasonry. Like you salute higher to this wank than you do this wank, you know what I mean? Remember, every rank in the Freemasons is different. You see this one is completely different to that wank. You see, because look, see it, look, it's fully, the point within the circle is completely red, where this one is not. Okay, so that's two different wanks, all right, in Freemasonry. Now what we're going to do, and obviously we've got the heraldry, look, that's the heraldry of it all. Look, see, the lords, the dukes and the earls. Notice the axe with the baton, or is that staff? I can't remember what it's called now, but that's what you're looking for, the ranking system, you see, and that's what controls Dorset, you see. Anyway, these are Masonic different wanks of Freemasonry. Okay, notice they're in pyramid style. This one is an LBGD group Masonic apron, and if you turn it this way, it represents the all-seeing eye, as above so below. Now sometimes in the wanking system of Freemasonry they put the apron up like this, and it goes behind the flap like that, and it denotes another rank that they are within Freemason society. All right, now these, every Masonic wank supersedes every other wank in our system. These aprons here, right, supersede all police officers. Okay, there is these are above policemen. Okay, and I'm talking to the highest levels. These supersede, right, this wanking system supersedes everyone. MP, Prime Minister, President of the United States, Vice President, everything. These aprons supersede that wanking system. Do you know what I mean? Now what I'm going to do a blood spatter test on them as usual. Okay, I'm also going to be looking for bum cum on some of them as well, so we'll never know. So let's just turn the light out, and then we'll put the old fluorescent light and see if we can see. It'll be alright if it bloody worked. Ah, there we go. Now we're looking for blood spatter and bum cum. You know what I mean? That looks dodgy there, doesn't it? Can you see it? Look, there's a couple of dodgy nicks there. Look, see it? Look, the light stays on. Oh, there we go. That's okay. A couple of dodgy bits there. Look, but not enough to say there's blood on them. You know what I mean? They're looking quite clean actually. There's no bum cum. You know what I mean? That's the triple toe cross within the pyramid. There's a dodgy splatter there. Is it blood though? See? You never know, do you? And I'm not a blood analyst. You know, again, you know, would they go into a Masonic lodge and blood spatter all their Masonic aprons? I'll do the reverse. Nothing on the back of there. Okay. Don't look like any of them have got bum cum. Regardless, I'll just turn this one over. Yeah, no bum cum on that. Try the last two. Oh, it'd be alright if I had a good light, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Let's try the last one. Ah, now, is that droplets of blood? You see it? The dark patches? Or is it bum cum? You see it? I don't know, it looks like bloody blood. Could it be blood from a bum stretching ritual, maybe? Who knows? But anyway, most of them look kind of clean. Right, like I said, you got to watch these. Now these supersede everything. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're in the army, any army, navy, in the navy, air force. All of these wanks supersede what they are. Do you know what I mean? This is the Masonic army, yeah. And everyone wearing one of these is hiding their apron, yeah. And it supersedes anything they are in life, whether they're a policeman, a social services, a fireman, a royal, the lifeboat crew. Do you know what I mean? Anything. It doesn't matter what it is. These aprons, these Masonic aprons, hold the rank above everything else, regardless of what that is. And the people that are wearing these wanks, yeah, are not even officially been ranked up to that system. Do you know what I mean? They've been put there and selected there. Do you know what I mean? Not that they got any fucking special, you know, talent. It's just that they've been selected. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, these aprons look pretty clean. Apart from that one, that looked like it had blood splatter on it. This one here, or that was like, you know, bum cum or something. I don't know, where they've been bum stretching on the rituals. But at the end of the day, like I said, all these aprons supersede any other rank, whether that's a policeman. See, this is what the policemen wear. This is what's behind the uniform. You know what I mean? This is what the fire brigade wear. This is what's behind the fire brigade. This is what footballers wear. This is what your music industry wear. This is what your Hollywood film stars wear. Do you know what I mean? All of this, yeah. But that's talking on the big scale. I'm on about within your town and city. These are the people that wear they wear these in the town halls, in your city halls. Do you see what I mean? They're your shopkeepers. They wear these. Your magistrate, your prosecution, your defence, your solicitor. Do you know what I mean? All of it is what's working around you all the time. They're giving funny handshakes, little eye winks. Do you know what I mean? Little shuffles with their feet. Do you know what I mean? All of that, yeah, is what this is. You know, and they're working against you all the time. And if you're a perjured individual or a vomit, a victim of Masonic ill treatment, especially if, say, for instance, there was a gypsy gang, yeah, that runs your town or your city, do you know what I mean? Who do you think they're going to stick with? You know what I mean? And they're Masonic. Imagine that, being Freemasons, yeah, and they've killed their way to the top of the system. Do you know what I mean? And they run all your town, you know, they run your businesses, do you know what I mean? And they've done it, and they've got an income that comes in, flowing in all the time, because they run everything. Do you know what I mean? And they're wearing these things, do you know what I mean? And this is what this is what you're up against, because you're up against a completely different nation of people, yeah? And they're just manipulating you because you're profane and you have no idea or no clue of who they are or what they are. Do you know what I mean? And when you're dealing with these people, you're not dealing with a person, you're dealing with an entity that is completely billions of miles away from ever thinking the way you do. And all they're thinking about is how to manipulate money from you, make you piss poor, yeah? And that is it, do you know what I mean? And keep you living under that poverty line, so you never ever you're never going to stand with the lords, the dukes and the earls, do you know what I mean? And they protect them. Do you know what I mean? But to protect them, their payment and their fee is they're allowed to deal you, kill your kids, or do anything they want to you. Do you know what I mean? And they got a free reign on it because they protect the lords, the dukes and the earls. Do you know what I mean? But this wanking system, yeah, supersedes everything else in the civil service, or, you know, what's supposed to work for us. Do you know what I mean? You go to a Alcoholic Anonymous, yeah, just look at the Alcoholic Anonymous sign, yeah, it's got AA within a circle, yeah, which is then within a pyramid, or is it round the other way? It's AA with a pyramid, and then the circles around the AA sign, I believe, yeah. So you work that out. Do you know what I mean? How these people are manipulating everything. Any helpline you ring up, yeah, rape lines, Alcoholic Anonymous, try to think of other lines. You know, any line that needs help, they run it because they want to control it and they want to control you. And you need to get these people out of positions of power, because like I said, the day you're born, yeah, they know who you are and what you are in your community, yeah, and they're making your lives shit on a purpose and a reason. Do you know what I mean? And they don't live in your community. They think you're Goyim. You know what I mean? You are the perjured, hated Profane. Do you know what I mean? That's what you are, and you're open season to them, and they make you live isolated. Do you know what I mean? You're isolated, and they isolate you. Do you know what I mean? And the only people they keep around them is their little arse lickers, and that's all they want. Do you know what I mean? And people think they're heroes. What it basically is give me Barbarous, yeah, because we'll rather have the Barbarous, the crime lord within our community, who's a hero and a legend, rather than someone who's good, and we'll put them in power. You know what I mean? You're not putting good people in power. They're always putting corrupt criminals that are looking out for them. Do you know what I mean? Put me in charge of this town for a year, and I'll eradicate the drug dealing off it. Obviously, they kill me for it, but if I put a system in place, do you know what I mean? And it's constantly barring their doors in, do you know what I mean? Anyone who's associated with them, do you know what I mean? Poster, fucking show them and shame them, do you know what I mean? But they won't, you know, because they control the narrative on it, so nothing's never done, you know what I mean? They're never investigated. But that's another story, my profane friends. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've done a lot of investigation, but like I said, these aprons here look quite clean. So apart from that one, it looked like I had a bit of blood spatter on, or a bit of bum cum. I don't know what's going on with that one, but there it is. This is what they're protecting, these people as well. You know what I mean? The lords, the dukes and the earls, the elites, but they're in your town. Remember that. These people are in your town today. Do you know what I mean? And you've got to find out who the families are, what they represent, what tribes they come from. Do you know what I mean? What bloodlines they have, and they go back decades and centuries. They set your town up, they set your villages up, you know what I mean? They set your cities up, yeah? And for that, yeah, they've kept that control. Anyone who's come up against that, yeah, they've harassed or battered out of the system, do you know what I mean? And this is how they run. This is Freemasonry. You know, and these people need to come out completely out of power. Westminster is just a Masonic nation of people running the profane people within the UK and all countries. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what country you're from, these people are manipulating you. Do you know what I mean? Whether they come from another land, yeah, across where you're not allowed to go, because again, they deem fit who can go anywhere across the world, yeah. You know, you're in position. You know, you've got to have a passport to go anywhere, and where you're going is where they say. You can't like get an expedition together and go, I'm now going here or going there. They won't allow it because you're not free. Do you see what I mean? Because there's other things out there what they're trading and dealing with, possibly the children, I don't know, you know, human bodies and whatever else, you know what I mean, from my research anyway. But that's what you're dealing with, do you know what I mean? These people are manipulating you and keeping you within a bubble. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and they're keeping you within little towns, within little cities, and you think that's all your life. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It ain't. You know what I mean? These people, you've got to eradicate them. You keep going on about chemtrails. Yeah, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. You know what I mean? But the people who are allowing these people to put the chemtrails across are running your town, running your city, and they're called Freemasons. Yeah, and this is the wanking system of Freemasonry. Do you know what I mean? And this every wanking system in this Masonic order, yeah, supersedes any police rank. Like I said, any MP, any prime minister, any vice president, any cabinet members, all of this wanking system, right, of Freemasonry supersedes that, yeah. And you've got to learn it and you've got to know it. You know what I mean? And once you start researching the people behind the wanks and the Freemasonry, yeah, then you'll know who runs your town and what runs your city. Do you know what I mean? And to go up against them, they're an army. You know what I mean? And they're a gang, and they're a corrupt, criminalised gang. Do you know what I mean? That's like trying to go up against Al Capone and his outfit. It's not called an outfit for nothing. Freemasonry is an outfit in your town, yeah, where they have their corrupt crime lord all meet at one place, and they stand there with police officers. They stand there with the you know, the people that are supposed to represent you in the town hall, but they don't represent. They represent themselves, and they only want the best for themselves, and that's all they're caring about. You know what I mean? That's why you're living in poverty and shit. Because of these people with their wanking systems that supersede everything else. And all they care about is themselves. You know what I mean? Anyway, the blood spatter test was kind of negative, apart from this one, which I think this one here, for the torchwork, I think this one had a bit of bum come on it. That, who knows? I'm not. There it is. That's in black. Look, you see it here. Look, see. Maybe it in, but I know things can change colour, can't it? You know what I mean? Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Anyway, it looks good anyway. So maybe it's another negative result until I get some more aprons. You know what I mean? But anyway, my profane friends, remember, this wanking system of Freemasonry supersedes any rank above anything else. Yeah, police, social services, magistrates, court judges, prosecution service, defense lawyers, you know, the defense, whatever you're playing, these are playing games with you. Do you know what I mean? They're your army, your navy, every rank within the army, navy, or the air force. This wanking system of Freemasonry supersedes it. Do you know what I mean? And they're manipulating it all the time. And the only people fighting for the actual people that are dumb are actually fighting for these people to keep them in place. That's how dumb people are. Do you know what I mean? You know, you've got a drug dealer, no one says jack shit. You know what I mean? Not a thing. He's killed people for years and centuries. You know what I mean? Kids with prams walking around. You know what I mean? And no one says nothing. If things were being done, there'd be tit for tat killings. People would be getting things, but they're actually killing each other to get the privilege or have the honour to sell drugs to your kids in the future. They're actually killing to sell drugs to your kids, and you guys are not killing anyone to defend your children or anything else. You see what I mean? These people are killing each other for the right to sell drugs to your children. Think about that. Do you know what I mean? Hey, this special nation of people, yeah, are killing each other for the privilege to sell drugs to your children, so they become enslaved to their money. Do you know what I mean? Because then that way they're forever their little money banks, so they can have and buy all nice little things like holidays and buy a new caravan or a new car. Do you know what I mean? This is what it's about. And they're killing each other for the privilege of it. Do you know what I mean? To sell drugs to your kids. And you guys are not doing anything. You haven't done anything for the last 20 years, let alone the last 30 or 40. Do you know what I mean? You know, that's the thing about it. What have you done? You know, the amount of kids I've seen, you know, died or made an orphan and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? Trillion, you know, look at the people around you. Do you know what I mean? The only people who are killing each other for the right to sell drugs to your children, for the right to bounce on doors, for the rights to own the nightclub. Do you see what I mean? They're doing that. They're fighting each other for the right to do that to your children. What are you doing? Anyway, have a great day, and remember, this wanking system has the rights over everything. The police, they're all working in cahoots, because this is what they're hiding behind their their uniforms. The police uniform, the judge's uniform, any uniform you see, this is what the ranking system that's being hidden from you, their Masonic aprons. Wise up and wake up, my profane friends. Have a great day. And like I said, behind this wanking system at the top, you have the heraldry, the lords, the dukes and the earls. And this is what they're protecting. The lords, the dukes and the earls. And they can do whatever they want to you, because you're not a part of their nation. You're without the temple, yeah, and you're profane. You're in the dark north where God is, yeah. God stands in the north, and I stand in the north, you know what I mean, with all the north and profane people. Do you know what I mean? Research it where God is. God is in the north. That's why Freemasonry don't talk about the north. Have a great day, sugar puffs.